Call of Duty campaign, but it's just the multiplayer. It's just like it was just an extension of Black Ops 3, and you know, for a lot of people who play Black Ops 3's multiplayer, like my friend, he loved after getting burnt out of that, and you go to Infinite Warfare. It's like I just left from this. I wanted something different, so you know.
It was confusing because they had the jetpacks. That was Advanced Warfare with the jet with the kind of the. Then they did the augmentations in Black Ops. Well, it was just right. That's what it was. Just
I see. Like, I'm gonna give you guys a quick summary of the Black Ops 3's campaign. Basically,
it's Terminator.
You're looking through somebody else's memories. You're playing through somebody else's memories, and everything that you're seeing is like a mixed reality and not being real. And the forest thing, exactly. See what I'm saying? The forest thing is not real. It's just you about to die. You're basically dead. You know what I'm trying to say? For some reason, this guy called Taylor, he hooked up his memories to yours, and it caused like a glitch, and you're seeing through his. So that's why.
That's why you're all over the place. That was so confusing.
Exactly,
like you're
and
in
that's
space,
why.
What the hell?
Yes, and that's why Treyarch said that you can play the campaign in any order you want to. You see what I'm trying to say? So
it was all just set piece snapshots, yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully, Black Ops 4 tells us better of basically summarizing Black Ops 3. So.
All right, here we go, guys.
Here we go.
All right, I'm gonna mute my mic so I can listen.
Me too.
Alrighty, here we go. Oh, here goes the trailer.
The CIA says you do not exist.
They'll always need men like us. Those who are willing to do. What others cannot.
Oh, this is a continuation of the Black Ops 2.
So yeah, going through them, yeah.
We need to fight back.
Black Ops 4 is just the collection. Remastered.
Yeah.
No.
Everything is included, you guys. Even the stuff from Black Ops 3. All those microtransactions were just teasers.
That's right.
Right now.
Black Ops 4, the collection remastered. So.
Yeah. That's right. You still get to play in that glorious 30 frames you actually.
Somebody said trash. Smelling that.
Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to the community reveal.
Hoping it's good, Treyarch.
Call of Duty Black Ops 4. On behalf of Activision,
Treyarch,
and the entire Call of Duty Black Ops 4 team, it's great to be here with you. Thank you all so much for joining us. Listen, we want to start where it matters the most.
There it is.
With you. Our players.
Hey, service kind of loud.
Black Ops has been a nearly 10-year journey, and you have been there every step of the way with us. So I want to thank you all for your support and your trust throughout. Thank you. Now that trust has allowed us to take a lot of risks over the years, and that support has allowed us to grow Black Ops in some new ways. Now you've come with us on this.
I got a friend of mine
and insanely
there.
fun and sometimes
nice
ride. From nurturing
Confidential.
an off-brand Easter egg called zombies
So they're playing through all the Call of Duties, I guess.
into a full-blown phenomenon.
This was all just a simulation.
Introducing you to twisted stories and unforgettable characters you played and that you played with. To bringing you new ways to play, compete, and watch multiplayer. Throughout this journey, Treyarch has never shied away from introducing something new or unexpected to Call of Duty and breaking with convention.
Worst kept secret.
If we thought you would have fun with it.
Yeah.
And that tradition continues yet again. Black Ops 4 is a living example of what we do best as a studio. We set the bar high, we challenge our assumptions, and we take nothing for granted. And we rethink everything about how we make games, which leads us to today. Black Ops 4 is a game that gives you more ways to have fun with your friends than anything that we have ever created. It's the deepest, most replayable game in our history.
Now, he looks like an older version of a
Yeah, let's face it, that's saying something, because you guys...
No way.
Guaranteed.
Well, you guys have played the hell out of Black Ops series.
But it's like you said, Smooth. It's like you said, it's going to be dead within like a year, though. 2019 or even late 2018, so.
Online, for months, even years. And today is where we begin to break it all down for you. This is a special day for us, and one we've looked forward
most
to
replayable.
for a long time.
Right.
And as you can imagine, we got a lot to share.
You get to the gameplay,
so
damn it,
show you
shut
more
it.
at
Come
this
on, man.
reveal than we ever have. This isn't business as usual, guys. This isn't business as usual. And that starts now with how we're approaching Black Ops 4 multiplayer universe. And who better to do that than Dan Bunting and Lord Vonderhaar.
Oh, wow. I feel special.
Picture
Oh, my
this.
God. Is this the call
Microtransactions.
YouTubers get? Your pick 10 system? Now $4.99.
It's like, picture this. Buying things forever.
And done.
We gotta do the show, man.
Lord Vonderhaar, okay?
Thank you, everyone, for coming here. We are here so excited to tell you
It's a universe.
about this game that the team at Treyarch has been working on for the past few years. And for those of you who have not been with us for one of our past multiplayer reveals, we are going
Why are they
deep.
calling it like a universe? Is this
Before
like
we
a
tell you all
service?
about
It's a service
Black
game.
Ops 2 multiplayer, which is set in a narrative world between Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. We're just going to show it to you.
Big Red Bull.
This is James as the
interesting t-shirt.
All right,
knock
hey,
yourself
stop
out.
it, stop it.
Here is the worldwide reveal trailer for Call of Duty Black Ops 4 multiplayer.
All right.
Black Ops, weapons free. Let's do it live.
Guess who's back? It ain't a fucking question. They know the name out in the presence of a living legend. What you heard is murder, you will need protection. So blinded, couldn't see, so look for me until you get direction. You are now not in the presence of nice guys.
Bravo secure. Pushing on me.
You are now not in the presence of nice guys.
Every shot counts.
Enemy strike team deploying.
You lack compassion, you ain't rap, you just a whack distraction. I can't relax, cause I feel the magic smashing Tony Braxton. Real sisters at the skitty crack.
Building barricade.
I was broke, had no hope, so I wrote this how I cope. I went home with no results, new approach, same truth. Just get ready, aim, shoot, then big bang. So they better bring troops because
Gunship overhead. Bring down the hammer.
Copy that, 113.
shoot one shot if you ain't ready to die. Never get it up, I got shooters for hire. Cause you don't want it.
Marking targets.
Better back the back, I'm done, so I ain't trying.
Sensor going live.
I know you heard me. Feel like I'm going crazy. Murder, murder.
Heels coming.
On
underwater. Calm down.
Eat this.
Okay, I didn't see any double jumping.
Alright,
Not
yeah,
yet.
that's the first thing I didn't notice. I didn't notice any boosting and shit like that. But I did see that. And it means the automatic headshots and shit.
Feel that energy.
I lost count on how many times you killed me in that video.
I didn't know some sliding, which is alright.
It's our
It's
most
okay.
ambitious multiplayer to date. It delivers grounded combat, tight
Yeah, Blackout
gunplay,
4.
an authentic military feel,
So-
and of course the fluid and responsive controls that you know and
Okay.
love, all wrapped in the most refined tactical team experience that we've ever delivered. It's a deeper and more rewarding experience that will be played for a long time to come.
All right,
Bondar.
let's just get something out of the way. Are you guys ready? Can you thrust jump?
That's such a big deal now.
Can you wall run? Can you confirm we are 100% boots on the ground? Okay. Wow. Look,
Thank
as
you.
we
Thank
know,
you.
love
Fucking
the feel
thank
of
you.
Black Ops 3 combat. So the question that we always start with is,
Thank
how do
you.
create a
Oh
more
my God,
grounded
thank you,
and
Trevor.
tactical experience,
God,
but do
get
it
that
without
shit out of
slowing
here.
down the player? So that's pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
We didn't stop believing in guns
Thank
up.
you, yes.
So in Black Ops 4, will you still move and interact with the world in a really fast and fluid way? And you can still keep your gun up while doing many of the other things in the game, like throwing grenades and using equipment, activating score streaks, and mantling. And what's better than doing all of those things while still being able to fire your gun? And it's doing this while firing your gun. Ruin returns, and this time he brought his special issue equipment, the grapple gun, that only he can equip and create a class. So Ruin is a specialist with those unique ability to close the gaps and get to the enemy faster. And the combos that you can pull off when you grapple to grab slam have been making the highlight reel inside the studio. And we can't wait to see just what you do with this. So specialists are back, both new and some familiar, but totally reimagined. Because each specialist brings special issue equipment that delivers unique capabilities to your team to reinforce the tactical gameplay without slowing down the player. And you'll hear about many of them throughout the discussion. But you would be fooling yourself if you thought that they were the main characters of this show.
That's right, because Black Ops is and always has been first and foremost about weapons and the gameplay around them. It's no different with Black Ops 4. However, with Black Ops 4, we've made more improvements to gun systems than literally the entirety of Black Ops 1, 2, and 3 combined. This just shows how serious we are about weapon systems at Treyarch. We've designed each weapon as though it's a character in and of itself, which means that we pay attention to every single detail. Hot barrels are going to ooze smoke. Muzzle flashes are going to burst and light up the room. Bullet impacts are massive and they connect the player with the game world around them. And weapons for the first time have real 3D tracers, which both look and feel incredibly awesome, but they also serve a gameplay purpose because they let you know where the gunfire is coming from. And animations have been overhauled to make that feel that you know and love that much more responsive. Bullets will actually deplete as you expend the magazine, but that's just the start. This is a small example of the details that we pay attention to our weapons. On the design front, Black Ops 4 is going to break with tradition by giving each weapon its own set of attachments. Now in the past, attachment sets were shared across weapon classes. But this is important to us because unique attachments are all about making the gameplay of weapons and what makes each weapon stand out from each other. We're also bringing a new category of attachment this game. It's called operator mods. Operator mods are the ultimate expression of a gun's profile. It's going to expand its capabilities in ways that go beyond that core functionality. You're going to see here the Titan LMG laying down some heavy suppression.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. It has its own set of attachments.
Is only capable through its operator mod. It's going to distort and disorient the enemy on the other side of it. Now I'm excited to say that weapons are further defined by another first in franchise history today. I'm here to tell you, Black Ops 4 will be the first game in our history to use a true predictive recoil pattern system. This allows you to constantly make micro adjustments while aiming and shooting. This means that the gameplay of each weapon is learnable. There's a path to mastery that is rewarding for new players and veterans alike. This is by far our biggest investment in the weapons platform and combat systems that we've made to give you the most rewarding and visceral experience by pushing the state of the art on weapons visuals, animations, and sound effects.
Weapons and health are two sides of the same coin, and you can't change one without affecting the other. And Black Ops 4 adds some tactical depth through a change in the healing mechanic. Healing is no longer automatic. Now players manually trigger their healing process with a dedicated button, and that becomes as central to your gameplay loop as reloading the weapon after a firefight. And we like this change because it creates a tactical decision point that simply didn't exist before. So you can disengage from combat and heal up, or you can rush an unsuspecting opponent who may be healing herself. And these changes create a more tactical pace to the game, where instead of simply losing to the person who shoots first, you can actually survive a gunfight with smart maneuvering. And this means you spend more time in the part of the game that's the most fun, which is the combat. So aggressive players still feel rewarded for being aggressive. And tactical players can actually choose when to disengage and look for a better opportunity to strike. Our journey into the health mechanics has evolved and doesn't end just here. Let me introduce you to Crash. And Crash is a medic. And this means when his ability is ready to use, he can actually restore and give bonus health to players for a limited time. And Crash is just more than a medic. He also distributes a salt pack, which resupplies his team. And no doubt the folks at home are already breaking down that MP trailer, and they've already figured out what this one's like. So we've taken a completely fresh look at the health mechanics of a Black Ops multiplayer game to insert tactical decisions and some much needed pacing into that gameplay loop.
So far we've talked about some really fundamental building blocks of what multiplayer and what makes it awesome. You got movement, weapons, health systems. We're going to take it up a level to situational awareness. Situational awareness covers the gamut of what you see and hear in the game, from the minimap to the sounds that your footsteps make on different surfaces. We've experimented with all sorts of modifiers that have impacted this over the years, but in Black Ops 4 we embrace situational awareness as a fundamental feature to the game. We're introducing a new system called the Fog of War. And only the parts around on the minimap, the Fog of War reveals a radius around the player and his or her teammates. As you'd expect, enemy players are going to reveal their positions when firing a weapon unless they're suppressed, and many of your favorite score streaks like UAVs and counter UAVs are still going to do what you expect them to do. But what the Fog of War does is it creates more opportunities for teammates to communicate and work together for the win. Now I'm going to introduce you to another new specialist. His name is Recon. Recon is an expert in situational awareness. His special issue equipment is called the sensor dart. When he shoots the sensor dart into the world, it clears a large radius around it that both he and his teammates can see, and it helps you to locate enemies. He also has Vision Pulse, which makes a return from Black Ops 3, but this time around it's a little bit different. The whole team gets the benefit of it. So with effective usage, these mechanics together can be a clutch way to snag victory from the jaws of defeat. Situational awareness is as important to the gameplay loop as weapons, health, and movement. And as with the other fundamentals, we're giving you, the players, access to these tools to control your own gameplay loop.
The flow of combat is how movement and weapons and health and situational awareness all come together in the head-to-head gameplay.
Recon overpowered already.
Spawning, pathing, level design, all of these things impact that flow. You might remember Seraph. She has a tac deploy. And this is a team-wide spawn beacon that allows Seraph to command offensive control.
It's been, but the last couple of years they've been trying to hear
combat for a period of time.
They've been in these guys.
This is Torque. Torque is the master of disrupting that flow because he can lay down razor wire.
I think he's gonna
and create deployable
drop the
improvised
mic
cover
with Battle Royale. So.
And one last one.
Just seeing that kind of like
over the years, we've experimented with the idea of area denial in various ways. And in Black Ops 4, it's time to stop playing around.
Yeah, after how that first guy came on, and then hearing all this, I'm like, it's sort of like he was talking to something else.
His special issue gear, the reactor core, allows him to do just that. And Firebreak can even trade his own health to extend the clock on that time.
Damn.
So we've combined the best designs and how level spawning and flow control work together to influence the gameplay loop, and then we place those tools not in our hands, but into the hands of you through the specialists.
And the story of Black Ops 4 is not one of a single game in development, but rather the combined journey of the entire last decade of Black Ops. And you, the community, have been with us every step of that way. Every game that we make is an opportunity for us to do better, to continue the dialogue that we have with you, and you know that we listen. You expect that commitment from us, and this is why we do what we do. So I think we've covered all the details. We've pretty much given away the secret recipe to our multiplayer experience.
Torch.
Are you sure about that?
What did I miss?
Just one little thing. Just want to tease for our competitive community, and that is the return of League Play. League Play is a fan favorite, and we've combined the very best parts of it, and we're going to deliver it for all the players of Black Ops 4.
As Mark mentioned in his opening remarks, we're doing some things a little bit differently this year, including how we tell stories in each mode throughout the game. Now, we're delivering more narrative and character depth in multiplayer than ever before. And we're also going to give new and returning players the ability to learn and master each of these specialists and solo missions. These missions feature a series of fun and fast-paced trials that give a hands-on introduction to the new and returning specialists while exploring the stories behind their identities and their backgrounds inside of a Black Ops narrative. Now, with each game, the Black Ops players have spent
all 10
more
people
time
happy
in multiplayer. And it's important to us that we go bigger on that experience and expand the narrative universe around it. Here is just a glimpse into that universe.
Not bad.
Not bad yourself.
No one gives a fuck about you. You're a number. An asset. A pawn in someone else's game. They've been manipulating you. Watching you. Exploiting you. And when they get what they want, they'll leave you for dead. So here's the deal. Alone, you can put up a fight. But together, you can start a war.
Okay. Like a cinematic trailer for like absolutely no reason.
I just remember the first guy. They treat like these characters like
zombies. Like
I remember them though. Like I don't remember.
Good morning, everyone. Especially all the zombies fans out
they're
there.
like blazes back. I'm like, I don't know these guys.
We know who you are.
They're zombies now.
Those of you who remember Zombies bonus mode, hidden in Call of Duty World at War, have been with us from the beginning. You've watched as our undead have grown to become an essential part of the Black Ops experience. The story that we began a decade ago is as much a result of your work as it is ours. Zombies has always been about that shared journey, both for our characters and the tightly knit teams and friends who joyfully compete to be amongst the first to uncover the mode's latest and deepest secrets. Just as with the rest of Black Ops 4, we've gone back to the drawing board on Zombies, rethinking how we can give you more ways to have fun with your friends than anything we've made before. The Zombies community has always been our North Star, which is why we took everything that you've taught us and put it on the table for discussion about where to go to next. 10 years after it all began, we're about to begin a brand new chapter in the zombie story right here, together. And we couldn't be more thrilled to reveal the details with those of you here in attendance and the many fans tuning in worldwide. Joining me to share more about this new adventure is Craig Houston, our lead writer.
Hello. So, over the years, one of the key aspects
Zombie
that
campaign
has driven the zombie storyline and fan interest is mystery. A sense that you're entering an unknown world where anything can happen. And when we say anything, we mean anything.
Would it be some shit of zombies that campaign and Black Ops doesn't? That's the story.
Interdimensional time travel, and we monkeys that explode when you throw them. Remember your training monkey? You'll be fine. Basically all the things that you zombie fans consider normal. We've explored many different time periods and a variety of fractured universes. Now's the perfect time to start fresh and let the zombies community discover a whole new world together. Black Ops 4 marks the beginning of a brand new storyline, separate and distinct from the Ether story, a new world with new characters and new enemies. Drawing from history, both real and mythical, Black Ops 4 Zombies will introduce us to a new enemy, an ancient order, hell-bent on transforming the world to fulfill their nefarious agenda. Against them stand an eclectic group of all new player characters, unexpectedly thrust together by their shared experiences, with each one bringing their own colourful personality, skills, and unique perspective to the team. You know what? It's probably best if I just show you. This is 9.
You come seeking answers.
Man, is this the same game?
Hear my voice.
Nice.
My warning. The knowledge you seek.
Yes, please, just show them.
Not intended
Look who's talking.
He sounds like Lumiere from God of War.
Hello, brother.
Will transport you. Let yourself fall through the ages, through time and space itself, and pray
I was about to get that Doom too much.
for your safe return.
Call of Duty God of War Edition? Rise, son of Call of Duty? What the shit?
I definitely see what your guys talking about now.
Yeah. Hold the lead.
Call of Duty Zombie Acid Trip.
Exactly. That's cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Bruh. World War II to Gladiator.
Yeah. Well, they already went to
Aloy?
space. Where else can they go? They went to
It's those drugs, man. I'm telling you, it's those drugs.
This is the vastly different.
Gladiator zombies.
Gladiator Zombie.
I wonder if they're gonna add Russell Crowe as DLC. So is it melee? I guess. Like, is it melee zombies? Like,
bruh. That is Treyarch. All right, so it appears that Treyarch's been dying to make a different game other than Call of Duty, and Activision won't let
Diego,
him, so just toss
and
this into Call of Duty.
Are you cast? We know them.
how's this Call of Duty with swords and shields? I don't understand. Like,
Call of Duty with swords and shields.
New
like, what's the melee?
Villains
Oh my
and
god!
engaging heroes and a riveting story of chaos.
I don't know what's going on, man. I'm so confused right now.
It's the what we'll play. Now, let's talk about the how. How we'll play the game. During the development of Black Ops 4, we routinely
They just talked about how weapons and guns and all this other stuff. Then they show guys about swords and shields.
After taking down literally thousands of zombies, it turns out that you have earned the right to make up your own rules.
Oh, they got guns in
play
the
the game the way you want to play it.
Yeah, I see them.
So we're going to provide you with customizable tools and social systems to evolve zombies into a evergreen mode for daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly engagement. Zombies also now boast custom mutations, over 100 different customizable options that will allow you to play the game your way, changing the fundamental rules and systems of the gameplay experience. Things like zombie speed, health, trainability, type, player damage, magic box functionality, and much, much more. And since the zombies community loves to compete with each other, we're also introducing the Black Ops Authenticity Stamp System. This will give players a shareable code stating exactly what was achieved and with what options. As I'm sure you can imagine, this will help third-party high score boards and other kind of custom competitions. No one likes cheats, especially me. On the subject of custom competitions, we're also introducing limited-time created challenges that we're naming Callings, which will regularly introduce new ways for you to play the game and
so they're adding settings,
ongoing seasonal content, and a few themed experience surprises as well along the way. And as we give our fans more power and ways to play,
those are going to be community-based, I guess, for zombies now.
A bit intimidating to new players, especially those who like
to I guess people are going to make like their own custom zombies
games.
games.
Is that Black Ops 4 Zombies
just put a map editor in it.
Bot support, meaning you can enjoy the full
basically
narrative
like
experience
Forge
that
for
comes with co-op.
zombies.
Not got a buddy to play with?
But it's just
it's gonna be like the Doom level creator system.
Well, they don't have the level creator. It's basically just like settings, like zombie respawn and stuff like that.
To create a whole new tempo of
it's not even changing the physical layout of the maps.
People into the zombies universe, an enticing challenge for grizzled veterans alike. We're also reintroducing
zombies.
Levels.
Yeah.
An in-game tutorial.
We stopped giving a fuck and the effort. Now you make that shit.
Yep, pretty much.
For those of you who also choose to have the path of most resistance, you can crank up that difficulty all the way up. Now, speaking of stress, we've already seen our 4 new heroes during an era of utter brutality, where no-holds-barred, winner-takes-all combat wasn't just the rule of law, but society's favorite form of entertainment. But zombie fans, wouldn't it be interesting to see them go somewhere nice? Somewhere
difficulty level
luxurious. Somewhere they could have a good time.
Man,
it is my pleasure to show you a glimpse of the second of our day 1 zombie experiences. Welcome to Voyage of Despair.
Lady McKendrick may be the higher class than you are used to mixing with, huh?
Oh,
my French friend.
Vacation mode. They're going on vacation.
My eyes and enthralled in my tales. She would not even notice when I make my move.
I mean, I've been complaining about Call of Duty for years, being the same type of game. I actually might be interested in this, but it's kind of very odd.
It seems like it's like 4 or 5 games in one. Like they just kind of put people together and was like, "Hey, what are you guys working on? All right, we're just gonna throw this all together."
Well, zombies is sort of like they're freelance, like they could go anywhere. Like they added like you know actors, like professional actors and actresses in it, and you know. Now they just seem like they're doing different eras.
I have to ask. How?
Yeah.
I will launch how you say charm offensive.
It's just a backdrop, though. See, that's the thing. Like, they're trying to show this as a story. It's just a backdrop. Like, you're still doing the same thing. You're just fighting zombies in Gladiator mode, in Gladiator area. You're fighting zombies now in French noir.
I get what they're doing. They're trying to make this one of those type of.
It really should be quite exciting.
This is the last Black Ops, though. I know what they're doing. I get what they're doing. It's fun.
And
really
after
fun.
the detonation?
That's where I come in.
They're trying to make the game for like people. I don't like that, like, you know, head-to-head Call of Duty type thing. I might like this, you know. Trying to appeal to everybody. Accessibility.
Yeah.
What does it do?
It opens things.
I actually think I can rock with this.
I just wish to see some gameplay in it. I don't care what these videos.
Obviously, your father made some enemies during his travels.
That's a pretty big.
I want to know how that melee works in Gladiator. It had no guns.
Shout out to D Almighty Spartan guy. He said, notice they're making everything cinematic to avoid answering if there's a campaign. Because there's no campaign. These are backdrops for different multiplayer modes or different multiplayer skins. That is,
yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, you know what? I think I agree with him. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I haven't seen nothing for story yet, so.
No, and the fact that they're talking so much story and multiplayer and characters and this and that is definitely kind of suggesting that there's not no big campaign.
Yeah,
like
because
little mini campaigns.
Yeah, because the first thing they always knows in Call of Duty is a story, then the multiplayer, or the multiplayer then the story. So.
Yeah, that's what this is. Yeah. They're trying to add character to multiplayer rather than just be like generic soldier. This is like Uncharted. They're Gladiator, Uncharted now. The hell? They're just time traveling.
I want to play the Rise Son of Rome. I think I'm going to do that. I can pretend this Rise too.
So basically this medallion goes through time and just turns everybody to zombies.
Yeah, basically.
And treasure chests.
Yeah,
big guy has to fuck.
So that's what's happened.
I apologize, there's 2 point images
so
there.
that's what happens when you unleash the zombie horde somewhere nice. Okay, it was the Titanic, but it should have been nice. Trust me, that bloody great iceberg is the least of our characters' worries. There is so much more to talk about, and this really is just the beginning. We'll be revealing a lot more this summer, where we shall share further details on other
was that the Titanic
goodies on our road.
They're on?
Maybe we're gonna see. Maybe.
Yeah, that looked like Titanic.
We're gonna see though.
It was a Titanic.
We're not done yet.
So they show the multiplayer, the zombies, maybe the campaign. It might.
Oh,
that's it?
Hold on.
But that's not all the zombies news we have for you today.
Hold on. Too quiet.
We've already said that Black Ops 4 is the deepest, most replayable game in our history. So it's my great pleasure to reveal that for the first time ever, we will launch with 3 fully fledged, fully loaded zombies experiences on day 1. We've seen a taste of what's ahead in our new story, but let's just take a trip back through the ether. One of our all-time fan-favorite maps told the story of 4 lost souls trapped in an eternal
Okay, Truck, I see you. I'll see you.
Desperate to break the cycle. Here's a small peek of Black Ops 4's 3rd Zombies map.
We're launching with 3 maps.
3 expansions to make it sound fancy.
Ah, shit. Sea of Thieves edition.
Sea of Thieves edition.
I could be wrong.
Where are we going?
Blood of the Dead. Yeah, they're really
nice.
emphasizing this album.
Not like I wasn't
No
having enough
campaign.
nightmares just in my day-to-day. I have to work with those people. Listen, I'm gonna make this put it really simply.
No
for
campaign.
You. This is a super serious year for us for Black Ops 4 on PC.
I mean, shit. They just went
And we're
balls
excited to
deep
share
into
that
the
we have a
zombie mode.
completely dedicated team with our friends over at Beanox, and they're making the most robust, most refined, most customizable PC shooter experience that we've created. And we're also excited to announce that Black Ops 4 will be the first Call of Duty title ever released on Blizzard Entertainment's Battle.net platform.
Yeah, it's exclusive to Battle.net. It's exclusive to Battle.net. The Blizzard Battle.net. Call of
Now
Duty,
we're working very closely both with the dedicated PC team at Beanox as well as Blizzard to make sure that this is an absolutely great experience for our PC players. Let's take a closer look.
Black Ops 4 is really a celebration of our community and something we've wanted to
Yeah,
do for a
really.
long time. Is
Broken as fuck.
PC as its own unique platform, give PC gamers what they deserve.
This version of the game is custom built for the PC, and I think that's going to show through in every part of it.
We've developed a really strong partnership with Beanox, in addition to Blizzard, who have been tremendously helpful in bringing the game to the Battle.net platform, and that's a first for the franchise.
Those of us at Blizzard have been friends with Treyarch for many, many years. When it came to working on Overwatch, we consulted with
So it was never on Battle.net before?
of features.
It's the first first-person shooter Blizzard
we just
has ever
started
made,
putting games.
so hearing their advice really helped us build
their
out our
games
game.
on Battle.net.
It's really exciting that
Like
we can welcome them on the
Destiny
Battle.net platform
and
because
Call of
Call of
Duty.
Duty is a cultural landmark.
With all the features of Battle.net, I think it's going to be pretty amazing what Black Ops 4 is going to have to offer.
Crossplay
is going to be fully integrated with all these social features on Battle.net. You'll be able to add friends, talk with your friends, see them playing other games, party up, and interact with them in game.
We're going to be able to talk to players across Black Ops 4 into Overwatch, which should be pretty amazing.
Well, it's probably not going to Windows Store.
PC
hell
players
no.
expect a lot of options.
If you get that shit at Windows Store, you're signing.
Yeah, they refunded last year's game because nobody bought it.
Beanox, we have a long history of PC development, and so the PC community is always in the back of our minds. We're really talking about making sure that we've delivered on what they wanted.
For the Black Ops games, we've always had dedicated servers, and this game is no exception. They provide the
they're
performance
banking on that
and the
Overwatch
security
bandwagon.
that our PC players need.
We are testing
want
on the
the
widest
Overwatch people.
assortment of hardware possible to make sure the largest number of people can play and enjoy Black Ops 4.
We really wanted to tighten up the gunplay mechanics and make the movement system feel as smooth and as responsive as it possibly can.
There also has been a whole redesign of the UI flow, and we have made tweaks to how
I mean,
weapons
I
react.
see no difference. It's just a
recoil,
different
weapon
client just to
knockback,
start up the game.
So that for a
That's it.
keyboard and mouse player,
Yeah,
it's
pretty
easy
much.
to get back on target.
Yeah, because before was it always dedicated on PC?
Support 4K, HDR.
No, I mean, it was on
monitors,
Steam,
They
but
always say
great
dedicated
scalability
mode,
options
never
so
really
everybody will be able to
No, it
optimize
wasn't.
for
Like,
visual
they don't
fidelity.
care about PC, and it's pretty sad.
Yeah, that guy's like, we always had dedicated servers. I'm like,
You've seen the team here get
Then it gets like
rejuvenated and
hacked
excited by
between
this
like
idea
a
of
year or
bringing
two,
the
so
game
yeah,
yeah,
in
they
a much
don't.
bigger way than
They
this.
don't
still won't
care.
work on day one.
Yeah, even if you install like the latest drivers, it still doesn't work.
October 12th, day and date with the console, so expected nothing less.
TACOM, recon request.
Alright. Hurry up and announce the Switch version in the Battle Royale.
Yeah, they gotta do a Battle Royale because that guy was talking like this is the next coming, and this seems like a refinement.
This is a continuation of Black Ops 3. This seems like a more glorified update, to be honest.
Yeah, pretty much,
Black
yeah.
Ops for that combat experience.
J&J.
But imagine if we take that experience you know and love, and we spin it on its head, and we drop you into a large, massive world where you have to survive to be the last man standing.
For community reveal, they don't have a lot of gameplay.
Let's just pause here for a minute. I don't have to describe to you how Battle Royale works. These games are no secret. We play them too. But for us to even consider this kind of experience, it had to be unique and done in a way
I knew it.
only
I had a feeling.
Now we are doing this, but we are doing it the Black Ops way.
There it is. Battle
A
Royale
survival
mode.
game with the best, most refined mechanics in the world. Our signature controls and gameplay systems and the kind of fast-paced action that only Call of Duty can deliver, all in the biggest map that we've ever made, over 1,500 times bigger than Nuketown. And this is just the beginning.
The Black Ops.
We're bringing to bear 10 years worth of Black Ops universe features. That's your favorite characters, your favorite weapons, and the most iconic parts of your favorite maps. And we're putting them all in one place, a crazy collision of fun, and then we're gonna let you navigate that world with land, sea, and air vehicles.
Oh, wow. I gotta see this. We gotta see this. Right,
this is something that you have not experienced before. Let's keep it rolling.
All right, let's be quiet. Let's be quiet. Let's see this.
Do you remember your CIA handler, Hudson? Or maybe you remember that very first, very sweet RCXD kill. The numbers, Mason, what do they mean?
Oh, wow.
Or that time that when you partnered up with Reznov for Revenge.
What?
And which of these multiple endings did you experience with the Menendez?
What? That sounds
one
pretty cool.
time when you worked with your friend Woods to take the Hind? Now, I should probably mention this one too. Your favorite Zombies cast, weapons, and gear too. This is something totally new. This is doing Battle Royale the Black Ops way. This is Blackout!
Oh my god.
All right, let's take Blackout. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's check it out.
Wow.
All right. There it is. The game that's been designed for you, the Black Ops community.
What?
It's the deepest,
Zombies
most
too?
replayable game we have ever made across the 3 pillars of Black Ops 4. Multiplayer, zombies, and our new mode Blackout.
Let's go!
All right.
Let's go!
Look, it's all about having fun with your friends, right? More fun than you've ever had before. Black Ops 4 doesn't have a traditional campaign. We're weaving narrative into each of the modes. And we've added unique ways to play solo and multiplayer and zombies regardless of your skill level. So, if you're a veteran, we'll get ready to test your skills. And for those of you who just want to ramp up on your own, we got you covered too. This is a game for every kind of player. It's a game that's built to last for years to come. And we can't wait to play it with you. So thank you. Look, I want to give a shout out to our friends at PlayStation.
There it is.
Thank you guys so much for this incredible hardware setup that you guys are going to experience here today. And thank you, PlayStation, for your partnership with Call of Duty. We're excited for what's ahead of us. On behalf of everybody at Treyarch and all the developers, as well as Activision and our partners, a massive thank you. Thank you to everyone here. Thank you for coming from far away. It means a lot.
Oh, they're gonna show it?
And of course, to those of you watching from around the world.
Oh.
It's not gonna be long. We'll be back, don't worry, before we're sharing more with this amazing community again. Now, let's check out that multiplayer trailer one more time before you're getting your hands on it with it next door. Let's take a look at Black Ops 4 multiplayer. Take care, everyone.
Black Ops 4.
Okay, so I'm assuming that the Switch version will come at a later date. So, they didn't say anything about the Switch. So,
the Switch will ignite on your in your hands in Battle Royale.
Battle Royale was going to be 25 versus 25 due to limitations.
Oh no, man! Show the Blackout. My God, I love how they mashed up all their previous like set pieces.
And Delane the King, I don't know. He actually is my team for State of K if they play. I don't know if the metaphor is that.
Every shot counts.
Enemy strike team deployed.
I still think the game is taking the Switch just with only one of the 3 modes.
Building barricade.
Exactly, and that's possibly going to be multiplayer. That's it. So. I don't know, man. I don't know if I can handle Battle Royale. I mean, maybe. I mean, we'll just see though. Chair can do some things.
Knocking targets.
I just realized, you know how hard it is to swim and shoot a gun at the same time?
Says it going live.
It's hard to draw your gun, shoot it. Like, it's just between like
yeah, like they just pulled out boom. Like you can't pull it out that fast. I mean, come on.
Well, he's throwing with the left hand and shooting with the right. Like that's like even the grenade. Like, yeah. I don't know. I wanted to see that Blackout though. That seems so cool. I love how they mashed up the different maps and story elements and characters. Like that is pretty crazy. And all the previous kind of like weapons and stuff like that. And with vehicles, damn, like with vehicles in Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's been a while since I had vehicles, so yeah.
Yeah, like they always had the vehicles in the campaigns. Very rarely they had them in the play. Like that tanks one year in one of the like earlier ones. But man,
please
like,
don't let the private beta be locked behind a marketing deal. Everybody should have access to that. So hopefully they answer that question. So
well, they're gonna
wait. Who left the
Oh no,
call?
I don't know.
I know, yeah. Lee Green says land, air, and sea vehicles. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Oracle ring, because that just like fucked up the whole thing. You guys still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, so
that's it. So no campaign.
Nope.
You're okay. So what's up, guys? Your thoughts? I feel. I have a mixed feeling. The leaks were true.
Yeah, I got a mix. Yeah, the leaks were true, but I have a mixed feeling, like you said, man. It's just I mean, I kind of wanted there to be a campaign to kind of just summarize what happened in Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, you know, probably would have topped the icing on the cake if what had the campaign. I mean, I don't know. Let's hear you guys' thoughts. I want to hear what you guys want to say.
I want to hear Frog. Did I lose freaking?
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I need this dude or somebody to stay so this thing doesn't go away. But Frog, since you're the Call of Duty fan, what are your thoughts on what you just saw?
Well, this is what I'll say. The fact that it doesn't have a campaign, I haven't played a campaign realistically that I've liked in a whole series in a long time. I would say Ghost was good, Advanced Warfare was good, but I don't usually play Call of Duty for the campaign. Modern Warfare was a different element because Modern Warfare, I think the way they structured the campaign, it was clean. World at War was good. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 campaign was good, but after that, I didn't care about the campaigns as much. So for me, just looking at what I saw, when they showed the Blackout, that's what I really wanted to see. It really was interesting to me. The multiplayer, I'm kind of 50-50. I'm 50-50. And okay, yeah, you can't wall run, great. You can't boost jump and all that, great. I saw the knee sliding in there. I saw you have a system in there. But I guess my biggest problem, and reason I wasn't a big fan of Black Ops 3 for me is because the operators, like, you know, kind of Call of Duty went this way of, okay, hey, you can create your character, you can kind of be, you can get this certain skin. Now they're going with more based. I heard you guys saying hero-based shooter, which I don't have a problem with, but I don't think and this is just how I look at it. In Call of Duty Black Ops 3, I think the hero should have been in the main campaign story, and that would have made it more interesting. Whereas they were just multiplayer elements, which to me, it didn't interest me. You know, I remember some of the characters, but I really wish they were more fleshed out and they were more described of what they do. But for me, I think right now, just looking at it, Blackout mode is the mode I'm really interested in. Zombies is zombies.
I thought you don't like I thought you don't like Battle Royale though.
No. What I'm saying is I'm interested in what Call of Duty does with this. You gotta understand something. And when I say I don't like Battle Royale, I'm not a big fan of Battle Royale style games, really. Truthfully, I can honestly say that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to, you know, the shooting mechanics, I think Call of Duty has the tightest shooting mechanics there are. And I think that really helps. You know, I play Fortnite here and there. It's okay. You know, I don't have a problem with it. PUBG to me is just horrible. That's just my opinion. I think it's a horrible game. I think it's overhyped. That's just me. But if you're going to come out with some kind of battle war in a shooting game, you got to have the gunplay is the main thing, just the fun element. Call of Duty has always been a game that I can pick up, play a game, and put it down and just move on. Whereas I think like games like Fortnite and PUBG, I think that they require a little bit more time, dedicated time, and it's not that I have a problem with that. It's just that Call of Duty is the only game I can think of as a shooter that you can pick up, play a couple games, and then go on with the rest of your life and move on to your next game and come back to it here and there. There's not too many games like Call of Duty you can do that with as far as competitive. You can't do that in Battlefield. Battlefield's more serious. So I think that Call of Duty having that the tone of being the Twitch-based arcade shooter, that's why people buy it every year. That's why it's a big selling game. People want to be able to jump in quick, play a couple of games, and then dip out. And I think that's what the Call of Duty formula has always been, no matter how bad people Call of Duty have been, because there's been bad Call of Duties. I think that what keeps people coming back is it's something that you know is going to be a big selling game. It has a huge fan base. I just got on Black Ops 2 today on my PS3, and there were still 13,000 people playing. I was like, 13,000 people playing this game, and this game is how old? You know, and there are a lot of games that just don't have the test of the time. But Call of Duty every year, no matter how bad people may say it is, it's always a game you can jump back into. So I'm 50-50 as of right now.
The thoughts of the lack of a campaign, how they went about that. Do you think do you think the content that they're going to be launching with and the focus on these 3 modes will, you know, do you think that's enough to forgive them for the lack of giving players that option?
I think that, and this is how I answer that, I think that if their servers are good and their servers are based and you don't have a lot of latency problems, I don't think people are going to even look at that and care. And that's always been my problem with Call of Duty is the lag. Every year, everybody talks about the same things. Get dedicated servers, stop the lag. That's my biggest problem. So it not having a story mode, I think this will really see, and this is how I'll say, if this game is as successful as I think it could be, and it may be, I think this is what we may see for Call of Duty going forward. We won't worry about story modes anymore. They'll just give you different modes.
Oh yeah, this is a test. Like this is definitely
this is definitely
where they want to go anyway.
How you think they're gonna monetize this? I think the zombies gonna get monetized as fucked. Only because the backdrops that they're doing it's pretty. I ain't gonna lie. I saw the Gladiator thing. It kind of turned me off, and then I was like, okay, I get what they're doing when they brought you to the Titanic and. If they can have literally a Fortnite effect. You know how Fortnite updates.
Right.
You got Thanos, you got all this.
Like
anytime that something trending happens, and they put it in a game like 24 hours later, it's lit. So they can have situations. They can literally take a famous scene from The Walking Dead, update it, boom, there go, monetize, like and literally cut a deal. And so I'm like. Okay, I get where this is going. Me personally,
it's being as a service.
Yeah,
very much. Yeah.
Now, but the thing is, and I was gonna make a video about this, and maybe I can still do it eventually. But my question is, the thing is, a lot of people has this false sense that like oh, you know, they can save single player games, they can save single player games. I get it. I love single player games, but how I'm looking at how EA, Activision, Ubisoft, and stuff like that, how can they make the same AAA big budget experiences, still have those budgets, the cinematics and stuff, and still be able to continue to monetize it? And Call of Duty's, this is the example. Now, you may not agree with it. Me personally, I'm not a fan of Call of Duty. And I went in this on a negative, like they're about to fuck this thing up, but maybe they'll fuck it up for the good, they'll fuck it up for the worse. So I went into this with a negative thought, but now I'm like I'm kind of interested in trying at least one of those damn modes. So I don't know, man. Let's go ahead.
It's something I want to say. You know, when I was listening to you guys talking, somebody was like, "Rise on the road," and somebody said it like there's different things. What really blew me away by you saying that, I was like, man, they could, and this is kind of like, I thought of a Soul Calibur thing. Back in the day when Soul Calibur came out, each console had their own version of their own exclusive characters, Link. Oh, that's right. Yeah. And I thought about it, I was like, what if they just do like, you know, Microsoft does a deal with them and say, look, we want our own Call of Duty Gears of War kind of map with our Gears of War characters. Sony says we want our own Call of Duty kind of board with our Uncharted characters. Like, I thought that would be a really cool deal. I don't know if these companies would be willing, but I said, man, how cool would that be? Each console kind of had, I don't know what Nintendo would do, but for the two other consoles, they kind of have worlds where they just kind of set up where you could have Aloy, or you could have Nathan Drake, or you could have Marcus Phoenix. You could have you could have so many people in these different worlds, and they could be as locked in exclusive. That would really make people say, for me as a Call of Duty fan, I would buy both copies on both my consoles, because I'll be like, well, on this one I got my Halo boards, and then this one I got my. That to me, it worked really well for, you know, I look at games like I said, Soul Calibur, but I think that the way they're going with this, they could take, or maybe not directly the franchises, but like you said, they could take that Rise, Son of Rome. They can take those. They can take certain parts from. They can say, "Hey, we want to do something with Dead Rising on Xbox." You know, since this.
Well, they've been doing that with the zombies. They've been kind of adding little episodes, like they did the one with the retro, the amusement park.
Right.
And, you know, I just think it would be really
smart for them to do maybe some exclusive deals. You know, we know that Sony has the marketing deal and the maps have come to PlayStation first. And I think at this point, I don't even care where the maps come first. I just think they need to be every place, everywhere. Yeah. I don't care. That's just how I feel about it. But I think that more or less exclusive.
The fact that they shouted out to PlayStation, Sony always gets the maps thing.
Yeah, I think the exclusive content needs to be developed individually for consoles. I know that takes more resources because they wanted to cross the board, be on the same playing field, and I get that. But I think that would be a cool idea. Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen, but it would be a cool idea.
Yeah. My thing on that, the not having the single player is like, I don't think them trying to boost their characters in the hero type shooter multiplayer, or even those little episodes with the Titanic and the Rise, kind of the Gladiator one. I don't think those are like in the same realm as like good substitutes for what the lack of a campaign is. And my biggest things with campaigns though is that usually that's probably the best looking of Call of Duty, because all the assets are focused on the single player campaign, where the multiplayer tends to have a little bit not as many shadows, because you got to deal with with the competition and stuff like that. You don't want people hiding in shadows, so they kind of lighten it up a lot, and it's not as graphically impressive as the campaigns. The campaigns always look.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's going to lose that feel. So that means being that it's multiplayer only, performance is freaking key. I don't know how polished the game is going to be, but we'll see. I'm a little disappointed they didn't show off any of the battle royale modes, but I guess they're saving.
I want to see that.
I guess they're saving.
I want this so bad.
Woody, do you think that people is there? They got access to all those modes, or do like one, or probably just a zombie mode?
I think they'll give them a little bit.
They'll probably
play a zombie, and they'll give them a little bit of multiplayer, and that's about it.
Nah. And see, the one thing I say about the battle royale, and I know, like, you know, people like, well, Fortnite and PUBG. The thing that they really did that excited me about that battle royale mode is that they took Black Ops 1, 2, and 3 and took memorable parts from the maps, from the campaigns, from the characters, from the zombies. They took their legacy of Black Ops and have it in a mashup with an open big world of competitive with the shooting mechanics of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Wow. With vehicles.
And that's why I'm
like, whoa.
It's an established franchise that I know. And I just think that it being an established franchise and me liking the Black Ops series.
It's a Call of Duty mashup. Like it's incredible on that level. I don't know.
So Jez, you're hyped.
I'm hyped for that Battle Royale. I love that they put the things in from other Black Ops, like, and mash it up in this one big map. It's not just generic map 1, open map, Call of Duty generic map. It's basically parts from there, and then the fact that they're including other the RC car and vehicle iconic kind of calling airstrikes and all the different things, even from zombies, like some of the characters from there, like. Wow, it's like a Call of Duty Black Ops mashup in PUBG, and only they could do that, and that will differentiate their Battle Royale mode probably versus Battlefields, you know?
Yeah. They're trying to reach a new audience because you also got to look and think, like, guys who grew up with Call of Duty, like me, that think that Call of Duty is bad in a lot of ways, they're not really trying to reach guys like me. They're trying to reach the new audience that are playing Fortnite and PUBG. So, you know, my kids, that's who they're trying to reach.
I'm going to tell you guys something, right? I'm going to tell you guys something. Because you know how you said the hardcore community represents a small percent? Jay Barry might be on to something. I think he bet. Did he bet me? Or what was it? Did we bet? No, I bet him Spider-Man. So no, I think he bet somebody else about Call of Duty potentially, you know, being able to outsell Red Dead. This Black Ops, like being able to do it.
I don't know, man.
Hey, here's the thing.
Possibly, man. Possibly. If every time Rockstar makes you go ahead.
The thing is, they turned a couple. I'm sure I'm not the only one who went into this like ready to give up, like ready to give them the ammo and got them like, like interested. And the thing is, that is going to resonate with a lot of people, and I think Jay Barry might be onto something. They've probably found a way to give us bad news and still make us buy the game at the fucking same time. I don't know what to look at.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like I don't know whether to look at this as a bad move or a good move, because what they showed, or at least what they said, or
it's like what Sony did with charging for PSN. Remember when they were charging for PSN, but they're like, "Our price is $400." Like, who cares about charging? You know, it seems like they drop bad news on us about no campaign, but they're trying to build a campaign of the multiplayer, guys, which I don't think is really that effective. Like I said, I don't remember. I remember that first guy, but I don't remember all these people like Ash and all like.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to any of the heroes. I know they were trying to force the heroes down your throat with Black Ops 3 and shit like that, and that kind of turned me off about the game.
I'm like,
I think the best way to put heroes in the game has been Overwatch, and I think if they had took an example, and that's why I think like Cliff Blazinski's game failed, because he did a hero-based shooter and your heroes were bland, and you really didn't. It wasn't as a bad game. It was just your heroes were bland. You didn't give them any personality. And I think the reason people come back to Call of Duty, and it's all about that 60 frames, that gunplay. Yeah, I think that even with the Battle Royale mode, they may say, okay, 900p, we'll sacrifice the resolution as long as we keep that 60 frames. Because Call of Duty's always been about the 60 frames, and the gunplay has always been tight. And so, what you're saying, like it outselling, I think it could be a big selling game this year. But the key factor is and this is how I look at it also, because I'm thinking across the board. Battlefield, we know, is getting ready to get shown in a couple of days. And now how does Battlefield counter this? And not only that, does Battlefield come out a little bit before or after Call of Duty? Because right now it doesn't seem like November has a lot of big games. So
they'll probably come out in November. They might come out in November.
Yeah, I mean,
is Battlefield 5 gonna be a World War? Or is it going to be a modern one? Because if it's a modern one,
I'm interested.
I hope it's modern too.
I don't really. I've had enough of the world.
I think it's going to be modern.
I think it's going to be modern too.
I'm hoping it is.
What they did right was got rid of the boosting and the thrusting. They still made it the Black Ops, the Black Ops that the people that are fans of Black Ops 3 and shit like that, and still kept it without all the extra shit, that gravity shit that they got in the game. And that's what they did good. They added new modes. They tried their best to change the way how you game. Like, what do you think of being able to re-health yourself in battles? Like me, I suck at Call of Duty, and one of the things I hate about Call of Duty is the fact that this whole 1, 2, 3, bang. You know what I mean? And not having the opportunity to retreat or like to heal myself or take a little bit more damage. How does that change the dynamics of the game for you, for those who play this game like more than I typically play?
I know for me, I'm gonna have to definitely play it in a different way because I can be a semi-aggressive player, and so with now I have to be a little bit more tactical, because if I run in the room and I'm shooting a guy and he's reboosting his health and he can shoot me at the same time he's reboosting, he's gonna put me down. So now you have to think about it differently. That's why I say I think this is. I'm gonna have to retrain my brain the way to play. Yeah,
I thought it was cool. I thought it's something that's definitely. And know what else I noticed too was in the lower left-hand corner, there's actually a health meter with a number on it, which I saw him charging up. Filling that up. Now I don't know if it's little like the blocks that you could fill up, but that's kind of the first time you actually see a health meter in Call of Duty. It's usually just like all of a sudden your screen goes gray. You're like, you're dead. Yeah.
Well, they had it in. They had the health little bar. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it was Infinite Warfare. It was over your head. It was like a little tiny bar. I want to say it was Infinite
like
Warfare.
Halo style, kind
of like that. It was a little tiny bar. When you shoot somebody, you can kind of see a little bar go away. So I think this for me as a Call of Duty player, I'm gonna have to really rethink the way I play. Definitely,
the guy was healing and shooting at the same time. He was like
healing and shooting, grappling and shooting. They were doing anything that you could do in the previous games. You can do and shoot at the same time. Now, do you think that's going to cause a problem, like OP, or just being that it shouldn't because everybody can do it? Like I don't know. How do you feel about that? Because there's no. How do you counter that?
That recon character kind of worries me.
The recon character works. I see it as being very tactical. I see it's very tactical.
That Fog of War is different too.
Fog of War is good, but I see that it's it's not just the same old. You put like a whole bullet clip into a guy and he's done. So I think it gives everybody a 50-50 chance to try to kill that person. So I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. I think it's interesting, and I think that instead of having the respawn health and stuff like that, like you actually could control it. And they said you could hide in a corner and reheal yourself, and then
I was about to say that maybe this is to give people not to camp and wait for people to find. Maybe this is an incentive to say now you have the actual chance and ability. Just because somebody saw you first and they got to put their down. Because usually in Call of Duty, if I see you first and I hit you, you're dead. But if you vice versa. But now it's a chance to okay, well, I saw this guy, but I know he has the same chance as me to reheal himself. So if I'm shooting him and he's shooting at me, I may have to take the cover and so maybe this is the get people maybe who aren't as experienced to get out of those corners and actually fight the fight.
Yeah, and it still looked like Call of Duty though. From what I was watching, I wasn't
they started adding them damn gladiator modes, dude, and swords and shields.
Well, not even those. I felt those. I was like, as soon as they showed the blackout thing, I was like, oh, I'm coming for that, and maybe I'll try the other one.
But you know what's crazy? The modes I might play literally the most because I think I'm kind of sold unless they do some fuckery. But I probably will only do zombies in the battle royale.
The Blackout mode was really interesting, and what made me stick with World War II for so long was their war mode. That was my favorite mode in the game, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, we don't want." And I was like, it was something I preferred because it was kind of like not a hero based, but it was objective based, and you had to push forward and get pushed back. And I was like, I like that tug of war, and I'm a huge fan of Overwatch, and so I like that tug of war, and I thought that was a good element to a game, and they kind of, because basically war mode was basically Overwatch mode, and I think that I'm hoping that it's not something like that. I'm hoping that from the way they showed it, it's that one big open world, and like they said, different elements from different Call of Duties, little jungle part over here from World War II, and I think it's going to be interesting. I guess we'll have to wait to E3, but then it's also like I said, it's also we don't know what Battlefield's going to show until I think May 20th. They're going to show theirs.
May 23rd, yeah.
And then on top of that, when are they going to release it? Because
Battlefield's coming out in October, dude. It's coming out in October.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's coming out in October. I mean, they can come out in November if they want to. It's vacant. I would put it out in November, but the problem is you don't want to come out after all of those games. So you either want to come out before Call of Duty, or you want to. I don't care. I think
you got to come out close.
I think EA has balls to put it right in between. Like, what does the 12th land on? Let me look at a quick calendar right quick, right?
But then here's how I look at what game cannibalize. Something like Shadow of the Tomb Raider going to be cannibalized, because that's what I think. I think that game is going to be cannibalized because I think it's releasing in between too many big games.
But I'd rather have a polished game than a game that's just half-assed done. Remember Battlefield 4 when it first came out?
Yes. Oh my God.
You see what I'm trying to say? So even if it comes out in November, I mean, at least it's going to be more polished. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, for example,
I don't think they're doing that. All right. Call of Duty comes out on a Friday the 12th. I expect Black Ops on the 9th, dude. October 9th. It has to come out either the 2nd or the 9th. I don't think it comes out because it could wait until October 16th or October 19th. That's fine. But I think it beats both Call of Duty and Red Dead if it wants to come out in October. I don't think
Black Ops
you think it'll come out before?
Battlefield hasn't announced theirs yet, right?
Yeah, and I think they're coming out the 9th.
I think they might come out the 5th. Oh, the 5th or the 9th or the Tuesday, right? You mean the week before?
Yeah.
Like
I'm thinking the beginning of the month. That's when Battlefield
October. And when's Red Dead coming out again? November?
October 26th.
So nothing's coming out in November.
Nothing's coming out in November. November is vacant as fuck. There's nothing
Crackdown
in November.
3 months.
Yeah, like, it's insane.
Crackdown 3.
Crackdown 3 is gonna own November.
We're gonna get out of here. I appreciate everybody for coming through and watching this reaction and this stream with us. If you like stuff like this, tune back in later tonight, 6:30. Planet Xbox is doing an Inside Xbox Episode 3 reaction. I think all of us should be present, but Merc maybe. We might have Fame ENT join us as well. So please, if you enjoyed this, hit the like button. And subscribe and hit the notification button, because I think the Planet Xbox is at like the Inside Xbox is at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. You can also check out Planet Xbox. Sorry that we didn't do an episode yesterday. We will be doing one tomorrow, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. We're collaborating with the Iron Lords podcast, and we're going to do some E3 predictions in this episode. So you can check that out live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. Planet Xbox Iron Lords podcast, for those who didn't know that we didn't have a podcast yesterday. So otherwise, man, I'm looking forward to this. Actually, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm actually looking forward to seeing more of what Black Ops 4 has to offer. And it's crazy because some people are going to watch some of the previous 2 videos I made on Black Ops 4 and the leaks and whatnot, and the tone of my voice and how I'm talking about the game. And then every video after this forward is going to be completely different, polar opposite. So I thank you guys for coming out and checking this out. We'll see you guys later tonight. You guys got any outros you want to say before we out?
I just want to say one thing. You know, I think what Trey's trying to do is a final say-off. We'll send off for Black Ops. I think this is it.
Yeah, because this game's going to be like 5 years long.
Yeah, so this is like, okay, it's time to end it. This is truly for the fans. This is by the community, for the community. So you know, it's looking at the campaign. You know, I kind of like the Black Ops campaign series, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's time to move on for that. It's time for something new and different. And you know, I'm happy, and I'm glad I'm seeing they're trying to break away from the same old formula. So that's it for me. I like you, Smooth. I am looking forward to what else they have in store. Treyarch is known to have a good record for Call of Duty, so that's all I have to say.
Your outro.
Subscribe to Kiss Move, man. You know, he provides really good content, so subscribe to him, man. That's really it, man. So yeah, I'm just happy to be on the podcast and stream. So that's it for me.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, this is Jez7780. Follow me over on Twitter and on YouTube. But yeah, I think this is going to be over just general impression. I think that it's interesting. I can't wait to see more of the Blackout mode. That has me the most interested out there with all the different types of Black Ops items that they're going to put in there. And you know, we'll see how that looks. Like, you know, if how many people it's going to be. I don't think they said how many people it's going to be in it. But yep, the shout out to Smooth. Definitely liked watching this, and thanks again.
All right, Frog.
Frog's Dope Gaming. I got an insider. I got some whole VO concert or conference, and he's going to get to play a lot of stuff. I got a lot of people who are on the West Coast that live there, so he's going to give me some info, that whatever he can give me, and let me know how he kind of felt about it. He's me and him we go way back, Call of Duty friends. I mean, way back to like way back. So we'll see what happens, and I'm really interested in the show later tonight and tomorrow. So subscribe to my channel. It's Frogs Dope Gaming, and yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thanks.
All right, thank you guys for watching. Please hit the notification button. We got another stream tonight, so I want you guys to be the first to get that ring as soon as we go live. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. We're out of here. Peace.